This story comes from a real Reddit post by a user named Groundbreaking Name 1, originally shared on October 29, 2019, detailing how he leveraged real estate to build serious passive income in his 20s. What's wild is that he didn't start with money, he started with leverage. I'm 27. I have 28 units in the Boston-Providence area, pulling in just shy of $100K a year in take-home income. I bought a triplex with an FHA loan my first year out of college, rented out 2 other units and lived in one. Didn't make extra money, but I was living for free while making $60K a year. Was able to save $35K between no rent and frugal living, so I could repeat the exact same thing again, renting out my old apartment for $1,200 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat 2 more times, and I'm 25 with 12 units pulling in about $60K a year. At that point, I sold off some for a tidy profit, bought a couple of rundown 4 units, and fixed them up before refinancing them and pulling almost all money out. I ended up with 8 Class A units in Class A areas for only $30K of my own money. Took the rest and bought myself a 4-plex and a duplex in another city just west of Boston, and ended up with 20 units. I took that cash flow and just closed on an 8-unit an hour north of Boston last week. I got my start working in finance for a mid-tier software company, and after a year and a half transferred to marketing and analytics for a Fortune 500 company where I currently work. I currently make $90K a year there, and my fiancée makes $110K. She's got the fancy master's degrees in data science and economics and all that smart people jazz, whereas I barely passed undergrad in an entrepreneurship major. Since we don't have kids, we're living like we're making $80K a year, which is the median Boston household income. She doesn't like real estate at all. She prefers the passive 401K route and Vanguard, but she saves a crapton. My goal is to get to $150K in passive income by the time I turn 30. At that point, we'll be looking to have kids and would probably have a lifestyle more comparable to our salaries. We'd stop saving so much of our salaries, but I'd keep reinvesting that $150K. The goal is to get to $500K in passive income by 35, at which point I'll leave corporate, which I can't stand, and spend my days flipping houses and playing pro poker, while she would want to switch to a lower-paying job working for a non-profit. She's also a much better person than me, and maybe only work 3 days in the office so we can do some traveling. I liked real estate because of the ability to leverage it. I started with $10K I had saved up from waiting tables, and I was able to buy a $275,000 apartment building with it, and then another and another, all with money I made saved thanks to that original $10K. Right now, I work about 35 hours a week at my normal job and about 15 hours a week on my rentals. My best advice for young people is to start now, not when you're married with kids and a $4,000 mortgage in the suburbs. Learn absolutely everything you can from books and podcasts, find some good mentors, and don't make stupid bets. Study risk and only act when it's in your favor. This is why I like poker.